The car that I'm driving right now can buy 3 Land Cruisers, 3 brand new Land Cruisers. I'm not bragging. I'm speaking to people who have.
Okay, so far, ndinaro 3 so far ndoziva vakagara varamba mota dzaSir Wicknell. Even though vasati vaofwa zvavo, but vakagara vadzirambira, vazvitozvirambira zviri kwazviri koko. Vamwe tikuvaona vachiita zvekutozozvikumbira, but ivo vakagara vakadaidzira kuti I know mota idzi hatisi kutambira. So firstly is Shadaya akati inini ndinoshandira ndega, so handitambire mota inenge yabva kuna Sir Wicknell. Same with Wingy D akati handitengeke nemota. So recently is actually Apostle Chiwenga akati inini handife ndakatengeka nemota dzaSir Wicknell. So this comes after munhu ari musame field ravo anoita zvekuparidza nezvekuprofita, that is Dr Ian. I think munovaziva vakabva kupiwa mota mai manje apa ivo nemukadzi wavo vakapiwa mota vakanodzitambira. So ndo pakatangira nyaya yese vakati munhu waMwari abhaiza pakutengeka nemota. Ivo vaiti iye zvaakatoita zvekutambira mota is something like a bribe yaakatoita ipapapa yekutambira mota. So I actually don't know if it's a bribe in what form, but according to him, we are going to watch this video and muchazvinzwira achiti inini handitambire mota, and how is it a bribe kuna Dr Ian, that is also, he is also a preacher. So let's watch this video and tell us what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe.
I saw a post by George Charamba. George Charamba wrote on Twitter and he said, I'm sure Apostle Chiwenga will not criticize the government if he's given cars by Wicknell Chivayo. I want to say that I saw a post, I saw a video where this Tatenda Pinjis, a musician who succumbed to accident injuries a few days ago, was asking for pain ease when he was hospitalized. And I also saw my brother Hope. He posted it on his Twitter handle. And he was also, like myself, heartbroken. How that we have money that is being thrown around like confetti by a very corrupt individual as a sign of prosperity, when there are not painkillers in our hospitals. I don't know why George Charamba thinks that I am a soulless preacher like Ian Ndlovu. The people of Zimbabwe were surprised when Ian Ndlovu received this bribe from Wicknell Chivayo. It's a bribe. The ZANU-PF government agenda is to give gifts to every influential person in the nation so that they will not be able to question the legality and the uprightness of government policy and also other decisions that affect ordinary people's lives. The question is, can I receive a car from Wicknell Chivayo? It doesn't matter how much it costs. I don't know also why people look down upon me. I think maybe I am too humble that when people look at me, they think I can drive, I can receive that car and sell my soul to the devil so that I can gain ordinary tin, copper, aluminium, and chrome, plastic and rubber, wrapped up and decorated with a car logo. And that is enough for me to denounce all these things that I stand for. I stand for holiness. I stand for uprightness. I stand for the fear of God. And I stand for the accountability of mankind to the law of God. Yes. The sanctity of human life and the desire of God that human beings may live peacefully with one another. I represent the principle of accountability. I represent the principle of an honest living. Amen. I don't live by a bribe. I've never taken a bribe my entire life.
Yes.
There was a time when I worked for the government and I was in charge of useful utilities for which I could have received a bribe to give those who were not qualified to get them. When the government of Zimbabwe did the farm mechanization program through the central bank, I was part of the people that gave tractors, combine harvesters to farmers. At some point, I had power to decide which farmer to give a more powerful tractor than another one. We gave Ford tractors, Casey tractors, Landini tractors, Massey Ferguson tractors. Everyone who received groceries in Zaka Jerera in 2008, 2009, they know my face. I was in Chivambu, I was in Vengesai, I was in Chief Ndanga's place, Chief Nyakunua. I was in Machiva, I was in Malipati, I was in Chikombezi, I was in Nyika, I was in Silvera Hospital. I know all those places. We were giving groceries to villagers. I never stole groceries and took them to my house. I never took bribes. There was a colonel in Jerera whose name was Colonel Mayoyo. He was an army colonel. They were living at a ferry training center. I want to tell you this. He brought his soldiers to the N. Richards warehouse at Jerera Growth Point. That's where the RBZ warehouse was. He wanted us to fill the Mitsubishi L200 with the groceries so that they could take them to the base. They came to our warehouse and said, fill this truck with the groceries. The soldiers are hungry. We had the police presidential protection unit, the PPU. We also had the support unit. They helped us protect the warehouse. They also helped us protect the money because remember, Bakosi was also attached with Sunrise too, where we were changing the currency in circulation. So we were replacing the billions with the trillions at the same time. I was one of the district leaders in Zaka. I'm just trying to show you my history a little bit. Colonel Mayoyo demanded that we fill that truck with the groceries. I said no. These groceries are for villagers. You are not villagers, you are soldiers. And he said, but this is government money, you must give us, we are soldiers. And I said, I'm not afraid of soldiers. Who brought you here? He said, it's the president. And I said, get food from the president. This food is for villagers. He brought out an AK-47 rifle to threaten me. And I told him, in our family, if you throw a stone to the Chiwenga sons, the chances are 99% that the stone will land at a soldier. I grew up seeing guns my entire life. I'm not scared of guns. He went back to the base without groceries. This is a true story. I said, it's not going to happen. It was later that he realized my surname. He came back and said, is the general your brother or you are related? And I said, go and ask him. Here I'm doing a program for the president. I know who must be given these groceries. Yes. They are for starving villagers and not for soldiers at a military base. So if you think I am cheap, think again. I am not cheap. I have owned a Land Cruiser since 2020. The car that Wicknell gave to Ian Ndlovu, I have owned it since 2020. And it's not the car that I drive every day because Land Cruisers are not comfortable. If you give someone a Land Cruiser, you are not trying to lure me. I don't like Land Cruisers and Toyotas. They are durable, they are not comfortable. so I don't drive it. The car that I'm driving right now can buy 3 Land Cruisers, 3 brand new Land Cruisers. I'm not bragging. I'm speaking to people who have provoked us with this stupidity, thinking that they can lure us with the nonsense. Maybe I look very poor or I look very, very desperate, but I am not. Ndokwanisa kutengera Ian Ndlovu motikari yayi. Ndisina kutengesa one of my cars. So Wicknell Chivayo cannot buy my soul. Even if he is to buy a better car than the one I have, it's not good enough. What I represent is far more important than stupid gifts like vehicles.
Yes.
So those who think that I can receive a car from Wicknell Chivayo, this is my response to you. I have owned a Land Cruiser since 2020 and I don't like it. I don't drive it every day. Now let's talk about Ian Ndlovu. What did Ian Ndlovu do? It is you who is surprised by what Ian Ndlovu has done. We are not. We told you many years ago that Ian Ndlovu is not a prophet. He's a charlatan. So what people are complaining about is because they believed he was a man of God.
Okay guys, so that is the video. Apostle Chiwenga wachiti nditambire mota yachivayo. I have a car iri worth kutenga mota 3 dzakatengerwa Dr Ian dziya. I think makadziona pamapictures acho. So Apostle Chiwenga arikudaidzira kuti ndine mota inokwanisa kutenga that car, and that car yaakapuhwa ndaitodriver almost similar here or inodhura kudarika ipapo here muna 2020 chaimo. So I don't need anything of that kind yekuti ndingatengwe nezvinhu zvakadaro. So paanga achitsanangura video racho rakakurisa, so I cannot play it. Anga achitsanangura kuti I cannot be bribed. Chinja icharacter yangu yakangobvira kudhara yekutoti even panga ndisati ndatombone mari chaipo ndaisatengeka zvokumhanya, ndakatombotry kutengwa nemapolitician nevanhu vakawanda, but still handina kumbobvira ndabvuma kutengeka. So tell us what you think in the comment section. Was it a problem with Dr. Ian Watambire that car? So I know this is a very debatable issue because a lot of you, if you might ask him in the comment section, I know the answers will be very divided. If you are offered that car, now say Wicknell, would you receive it? I know maybe 50% will say I will receive it. Then 50% also will say handitambire zvinhu zvekwase Wicknell, bribe and all those kind of stuff, zvedikita zvakawanda wanda zvinokwanisa kutanga kutaura vanhu. But tell us what you think in the comment section and don't forget to subscribe.